Happy holidays, everybody. This video should be uploaded after Christmas, so since it's already passed, I hope you had a good one and got all the presents you wanted. As the title says, today I'll be going over what happens when two content creators try and play a competitive duo tournament, with my boy Zero Hero, of course.
Hello everyone, I'm Zero Hero.
I'll show highlights from all 3 days and give you guys some useful tips and info that you won't find anywhere else. There might be some troll moments and fails, especially regarding us lagging out from Wi-Fi issues, but in the end, it all works out perfectly fine.
Got him.
Yo, how's it going everyone? It's Geerzy here, and today, you already know what the video's about. It's definitely going to be more lengthy than usual, so if you enjoy longer content like this, let me know and I'll be sure to make more if this gets enough support. Anyways, we'll be starting off with our pretty random practice routine and how I got to play some Zone Wars against Booga, who I'm sure you all know unless you are literally living under a rock. Then, I'll go into detail on our landing spot, show strategies we used, issues that happened, and some tips we learned along the way. And finally, near the end, I'll voice over a game that went perfectly and explain all our decisions we made. You should be able to find timestamps in the pinned comment in case you don't have time to watch till the end. Let's start. To begin, almost everyone warms up before getting into a game or playing for a long period of time. What me and Zero did to practice was play on my realistic 1v1 simulator. And no, before you say, this is just a lame advertisement for your map. It is, but it's not. It genuinely helps you improve the right skills because you aren't just 90ing to sky limit. Instead, you are conserving materials, fighting with the weapons you are given, practicing indoor combat which is useful for early game, and warming up your box fighting skills all in a single round, so you can say what you want, but in my opinion, it's an extremely valuable map. Although I can say it causes quite a bit of rage even on calm players like myself. You are kidding me! How are you so good? Okay, listen, I'm gonna stop recording. There's no point. Moving on, right before the start of Winter Royale Day 3, I decided to play Zone Wars in the LTM as some quick practice, and I actually came across Booga. At first, just like most people, I thought it was a fake, until I noticed he was winning every round and doing insane plays I had never even seen. Like, I swear I was spectating this dude, and I was like, he's playing a lot like Booga, and then I looked at his name tag, and it was literally Booga. Cannot believe it. The day after, I found out he was streaming and recorded his POV to this intense 1v1 we had as the final 2 players. Roll it.
I'm gonna troll this guy so hard.
Come on. There's no way.
Oh, did not mean to do that one.
Dude, it was Booga. No way. Yeah, as you can tell, he's insane. Anyways, GG's to Booga. Now let's check out our Winter Royale landing spot. Ah, good old Craggy Cliffs. Not sure why I added that epic intro, but this sure is a good drop spot. It is a very uncrowded and chill location with the benefits of popular locations such as Slurpy Swamp, which is potentially the most landed place in Chapter 2 because of its free shield and fishing. Well, something I bet you didn't know is that in the fish stick building of Craggy, there are slurp tanks in the kitchen and all over the roof, enough for you and your entire team to get full shield. There are also a ton of easy to access boats all along the beach or on the left side near the river, allowing for free and simple rotations. Now let me warn you, Craggy has very inconsistent circles, meaning it's either directly on you or halfway in the ocean around Slurpy and Misty Meadows, so I guess it's a risk you will have to take. Just try not to get too angry when some not so smart players decide to storm push you. Bruh. During the Winter Royale, me and Zero tried out a bunch of different strategies. One that didn't work as we hoped was hiding in a bush. Now I know what you're thinking. Why would you hide in a bush during games where you're fighting top tier pros? Well, if you think about it, you don't have to spend any of your mats building a duo-sized turtle and you are hidden in plain sight. So in theory, it's a great idea, and it worked for me during the solo cash cup where I got 3 points just from hiding. But the problem was, we ended up getting spotted, no clue how, and lost the game without getting any points. Sad face. I'm sure it would have been fine if I was wearing the Sergeant Evergreen skin inside of the bush though, so it was worth a try. With that said, drop a like on the video if you have ever hidden in a bush before. I mean, if you don't, then you're just lying, because everyone has done it. Next, I have a more useful tip that can be used in every endgame to get a couple extra kills and boost your points. Sitting in your base and looking for opponents who are already being shot at and pressured is key, because most of the time they panic and are too overwhelmed to build properly, allowing you to sneak some shots in and if you're lucky enough, get the elimination. Now on the other hand, this could happen to you, because it happened to me and it's stressful. You try and spam build but just get sprayed and die, but don't worry, I have something that might help out. An awesome thing I do to help me perform better during intense situations is wash my hands before each game. It doesn't matter what platform you play on, getting the sweat off and keeping your hands refreshed is a key factor in performing better, trust me, although I might do it a little too much. Now I'm sure you have been waiting to see our perfect game. Over the course of the tournament weekend, me and Zero got some awesome Victory Royales.
Let's go!
They were pretty crazy, but unfortunately, we also had one heartbreaking second place finish that if we were to clutch up, we would have placed in the money.
I can jump. Oh.
Anyways, stick around because the ending of this game is epic. We started the game off with an awesome Craggy Cliffs far drop just like usual, but for some reason we were contested by 2 teams, meaning 4 other enemies, which is a bit more than we expected. Our plan was definitely to loot up and get shield as quick as possible so we could leave without fighting anyone and not risk dying off spawn. And of course, after we had the bare minimum for our loadouts, we decided to head down to the dock/beach area to get out of there as soon as possible because a lot of fights were starting to break out and we didn't want to get caught in the middle. Everything was going according to plan until some annoying kids decided to shoot at us from the fish building, and since I got lasered, we had to fire back and put the pressure on. That boat torpedo by Zero forced them to heal up and allowed us to make a smooth exit. Once we got closer to our fishing island, I started doing the worm for some reason. I think I was trying to dodge bullets, but I honestly have no clue. Speaking of fishing, Zero basically got us the win right here just by getting all these floppers and slurpfish. I mean, they are just so strong when used at the right time. After we finished up looting, we made a quick rotation over to the big metal bridge so we could max out our materials before worrying about anything else. Normally, we also stop at risky reels as well, but this time there was a massive fight going on that we definitely did not want to be a part of. While rotating, we almost got in a sticky situation, but the good old pickaxe swing came in clutch and the enemies decided to leave us alone, which was probably a good decision. We then noticed that the circle was starting to close in, so for the sake of conserving materials, we turned this building into our own little base, and since it was brick, almost no one dared to fight us because it looks pretty scary. Now the best decision of this game was rotating over into this tunnel as the circle closed in. It gave us a strong view of everyone and allowed us to preserve all of our materials so we had max everything during endgame. After we had an OP base set up, we started looking for people to eliminate. I was lucky enough to catch a dude by surprise and snipe him, getting a free point for the team. Unfortunately, we couldn't collect his loot, but we didn't really need it anyway. Once the circle was fairly tiny, I made a bad play by trying to build a new base on low ground. Luckily, Zero reminded me that we could just build off our previous one and therefore still have a strong mid-ground position to fight from. After this, we basically split up and had to play for ourselves, because in endgame situations like this, it gets so intense that you almost forget to breathe. Anyways, check out this raw reaction to us closing out the victory.
No mats, no mats, no mats. I'm good. Shoot him down. Hit him, wait. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Hey, I can't believe you're still here. If you want to show me that you're an absolute legend, comment your favorite skin so I know you watched the whole thing. Mine's Sparkle Specialist, of course. Before the video ends, I hope you learned something or at least enjoyed some part of it, because otherwise there's no point in subscribing. But if you did, then consider hitting that bell button because more quality content will be coming your way. Finally, you can also use code Geerzy in the item shop to give me 5% of your purchase, which helps me out a ton. With that said, have an awesome day and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Peace.